Okay, we're connecting to round 4 against Jeffrey. Man, drafts to take a little longer to record than they used to. It used to only just be 4 rounds, period. You lost or won. Then you got record based on your, or you got prizes based on your record. Now I have to like plan out to play at least 8 games because I want to get those 7 wins. Okay, so he's got a flow steel carrier, and there's actually a bunch of robots in this set. Not too interested in blocking it because I don't know what robot he's gonna play. So let's play a. What build is this level? 610, 814. Not great. Its ability is really strong though. Huxton Spitter is not worth leveling, even though it's pretty good in this. If he's playing a bunch of flow steel carriers. Usually, if they play flow steel carrier turn 1 over everything, I'm like, man, their hand must either be awful or they're like really invested into robots. So let's play Grove Matriarch and Ordnance Captain. I'm kind of putting these in random spots because I want to keep my center lane open in case I draw Tactician, or that's pretty much the only thing. Just gotta. I'm really hoping it just doesn't draw any robots because this card's really weak. I can block it with a Justicar or a Spring Dryad. So that's a human. It's a pretty good one too. He's a Nixium. What's the second card? It's weird that he would play it here though, because if maybe not. I don't really know how lanes work in this trap format yet. I was thinking like he has to know I have like robots and stuff to, play in formation, but I don't know if like that's correct or incorrect. I would have probably played this in the side lane over here. That's a really good card against me. My cards are all very weak against that. Let's play Spring Dryad into Justicar and kill his guy. I'm chumping with the Spring Dryad because I don't think it's going to get much bigger than a 5/5. And I'd rather kill the Sorrow Maiden than, take forever to kill this Alamancer. I could go for Harbinger of Spring plus Etherwolves if he allows me, like if I have the spaces to do that. Though I guess if he can't kill my Grove Matriarch pre-combat because my Spring Dryad grows and kills his Sorrow Maiden. Okay, so he's just killing Sorrow Maiden because of the general. Or killing the general with Sorrow Maiden, I should say. So, what I want to do is play Harbinger of Spring plus Etherwolves. That kills his Sorrow Maiden and it gives me a huge Harbinger. 9/9 Harbinger. 9/7, I guess. So then he kills my Justicar and I get play Tactician and, well, depending on how my lanes look, I could play Spirit Stone Dryad, maybe. It's going to be really hard to get value off its ability, but it's a little more high value if he clears my lanes with Spirit Stone Dryad and the Harbinger. I'm not sure how good this card is yet. I think it's more like a draft around card than Spring Dryad is. Spring Dryad works with every creature. This only works with creatures you don't play from your hand, so it's a little worse. I could play Hunting Pack, like in front of Batterbot and hope to get lucky. It's not the worst plan. Definitely not the best one. It's probably just bad though, to be honest. I'm hoping he kills my so he kills my my guy here, getting a lot of value off his Aloy in general. And then even though he gets a 5, there's a 5/5 here. I can play next Tactician to give this guy armor, and then a 5/7 even. Jeez. And then play Justicar. Yeah, he's got a Deathseeker, so might as well just play the. Actually, they're both. This is 10 power. He has a Sorrow Maiden level 2 in his deck. So this upgrades to an 8 power creature, which dies to Sorrow Maiden. But the other one is a 10 power creature, which does not die to Sorrow Maiden. So I'm having trouble deciding which is actually better. The only thing I've seen that makes a creature is Deathseeker, right? Deathseeker, sorry, he's got Sorrow Maiden, Batterbot. Yeah, I think it's just the Deathseeker. I'm not too afraid of Deathseeker. I'd rather have a a sorrow immune creature rather than 2 8-power creatures. Even though Justicar is, of course, very good. Probably playing Shardclaw. Shardclaw card is actually a pretty good underdrop since it can either chump block or just like play in an empty lane and hope to kill them. That's kind of annoying. So he's got his own Crucible Colossus, but it's not his end of turn, so I don't care too much about it. I think this is the turn where I play. I can block Batterbot with Deep Moss Raptor, but don't know if that's what I want to be doing. If I'd rather play Shardclaw Crusher in the middle lane. I think so. I think I want to make a big creature. And if I draw the Nexus Tactician, it's just so much the better. Making a huge Spring Dryad is very appealing. I could even play the Grove Matriarch. It's got the Alloy in general, which, makes my trades with Batterbot bad, but doesn't really do a whole lot else. Then Palladium Wave. I think that was a good turn for me. Like, Palladium Wave doesn't diminish Shardclaw Crusher's efficiency. Oh, I should play my Spring Dryad first. So replace this. I could have attacked first, but I want to block the Batterbot. Gets +2/+2. I attack for 6. I get a sapling. This gets +2/+2 again. So there's a sapling here. Okay, I can see it now. So Alloy in general just dies here. And the Ordnance Captain probably gets whatever this is called, Formation. Because this has 12 toughness, and I can just play 2 spells. There's no way this dies, right? He has to have a Grave Pact or I don't know the Necrom removal in the set well enough. Grave Pact is the only one that comes to mind. Another Zithian Rothound? Or not Rothound, Rot Fiend. I like this card, it's pretty big. Really good underdrop. It's actually worse and worse as it levels because it gets -3/-3 and then -5/-5, but it's definitely not the worst card. So it looks like we're getting formation off of this. I can play Torgmeinder and give my what's his face here? I give this guy toughness and give him power with the Ordnance Captain. What is this card called? Justicar. So I give my Justicar toughness, so he lives. And then the rest of combat's fine because everything gets bigger because the Ordnance Captain and Torgmeinder trades with the Flesh Fiend. Or yeah, Flesh Fiend. This card is gigantic. Man, Shardclaw Crusher is way better than it used to be. It's actually quite astonishing. And I'm going to get a Victory Rush this turn. Possibly... I'm not sure on what. Depends on what he blocks the Dryad with. He has to block the Dryad. It's got 22 power. Sorrow Maiden. Okay, so... let's play the Tactician here. Attack. And then pump my... So this gives +8 toughness. So this would be 12. This would be 11. Let's go with 12. I think 12 toughness is a lot more than 11 toughness. 11 toughness dies to Death Seeker level 2. Like, you could just put Death Seeker level 2 here and then kill it and then die. And of course I do have to put the Tactician offlane, but that doesn't really matter a whole lot. Here's the Batterbot. Okay, so he's at 27 and I have a huge board advantage on him. I guess I'm going to play the Sky Knight Glider, that way if I draw the level 3 Tactician, I can move it and play the Automaton Prime. This is an all level 1 hand, but I have such good board advantage that I don't even feel bad about it. He's at 18 and I drew 2 level 3 cards. So he's got to have 2 level 3s here, I think, to stand a chance. And even then, he's at 8, so it's a Palladium Wave. I mean, that does stop my offense, so it's not that... Ooh, that's actually a pretty good turn for living. Maybe not so good for... trying to think for his position, but it'll stop him from losing. I'm trying to think whether it's better to play Justicar and Grove Matriarch in front of the Barrier Soldier or to just not care. I think it's probably better to actually play it in front of him, so he just loses the 5 armor. And I can replace this sapling because the mobility creature has a little more value, even if it has less power, because I can move him to block wherever. Victory Rush gives 5, right? Yeah, so I can give this 5 attack. He's a heat. So when Barry dies over here, my automaton will be able to do damage. I can also give my Grove Matriarch Trample, or Breakthrough with the Utera Savage Oath right here. One day I'm going to have to sit down and learn what all these cards are called. I've been playing this game for quite a while now. I still don't remember all the names of the cards. Okay, so that's a good block. And that is not a good block. Okay, so Savage Oath and he's dead. We'll even give him the extra power on my Tactician. Sweet. 4-0.